Oh, we could fly.
DC, city of high society parties and high stakes party lines. After 10 years in practice, I'm expanding to meet high demand from patients. I'm Michael Somenek, growing my practice from the ground up.
Oh, we could fly.
I did start in a group practice, and I started to see early on in this group practice that I was never going to be able to execute the vision that I wanted. I was just trying to create a great experience for my patients, get a great result most importantly, and keep them on as a recurring patient. I think it's always a challenge when you start a business, regardless of whatever it is, understanding how to run a business. And as all physicians know, we don't really receive the education to run our own business. I felt kind of isolated because I didn't really know who to turn to. And one of my friends actually was an MBA that was running a group practice. And I spoke to him regarding just logistics of malpractice, getting financing, getting a loan, and just the basics of those types of things. Getting financing is actually a very funny story. I went to the bank, scheduled an appointment with a financial advisor, and I sat down and I said, I'd like money, I need a loan. And they said, well, we'd love to see your business plan. I said, a business what? And that was sort of a very light bulb moment for me because I didn't know what a business plan was. And they actually provided a template for me. They were very kind. And so I went home, I looked at this template and really started to think. It forced you to think about all the things that go into running a business that I would have never thought of. And I sat down and for the next week, I wrote a 14-page business plan that encompassed everything that I thought I was going to need. Went back to the bank and ended up getting a financial loan from them with an amount that I thought was appropriate to start out the practice. I think my perspective with bringing on someone's a little unique in the sense that I was in a 1,200 square foot space for a little over a year, and I was just kind of running my own show. I had one employee, one team member, and we were doing pretty well with what we had. And Troy is my husband, and he was at another job at Georgetown University, and he was working in a very successful practice there, but really became unhappy with just kind of his daily grind there. And it just became clear to me that he needed a change.
I was the director of breast reconstruction at Georgetown University. My practice really was moving more toward aesthetics. I went to Stockholm to work with a surgeon named Charles Rehnquist. And Rehnquist is very Yoda-like. And he looked right at me and he said, you and your husband are meant to be in practice together. You have something that's very unique, that's very marketable, that will make patients very comfortable. And if you're not together, you're really missing the boat. And I thought, yeah, we need to do this.
What better person to bring on than someone who can complement you? And he did mostly body plastic surgery, and I, as a facial plastic surgeon, stay in my lane. And so we truly complemented each other.
I wanted to be really respectful that he had really started to build the initial practice, which was Somenek MD, and he had really built that practice, built that name for himself. It became very apparent within 6 months that Somenek Pittman MD, with 2 experts doing what they do, that was really going to be the sweet spot. We see other partners in practice, and I think one of the hard stops is this competition between the partners. Someone always feels like the other person is taking something from them. And so at the end of the day, our expertise is in different areas.
We definitely have our strengths within the practice on what we can offer and bring in. I think anytime you bring somebody else into what you consider kind of a baby to you, your business, it comes with challenges because they have their own thoughts on what this place should be. So it comes with a lot of conversation, a lot of mutual respect, and I think that's the most important thing. You have to understand each other's perspectives when joining forces. And that, to me, I think is the most important thing to be a successful partnership in every aspect of your life.